This week on 49ers Sac-Hi Sports, it's the final week of the winter season, and we have highlights from the NorCal and state championships. Modesto Christian plays for its second consecutive NorCal title. Ripon Christian plays for the D5 crown, and Vanden goes for the Division II title.
The Colfax girls play in the NorCal championship for possibly a chance at the Falcons' third state title. You'll meet our players of the year for the winter season, and we'll count down our top dunks of the year. 49ers Sac-Hi Sports starts right now.
Welcome to 49ers Sac-Hi Sports. I'm Aubrey Tolliver.
And I'm Robert Bronstein. We start our 2023 Winter Award Show with the Modesto Christian Crusaders playing in their second straight NorCal title game. MC won the NorCal Open Division last year, but fell just short of the state title.
The top-seeded Crusaders looking to spin that around this year, but first they must topple the third seed St. Joseph High School out of Santa Maria. The NorCal title game played at Modesto Junior College on Tuesday night. Modesto Christian on a crusade for a NorCal title in the Open Division Tuesday night, taking on St. Joseph. Both teams with identical 27-6 records. Jeremiah Bernard grabs the rebound, kicks it out to BJ, and BJ has the first 5 points of the game for the Crusaders. Then it's Davis with the steal, leading to the fast break. Some gorgeous moves in the paint, and Modesto Christian leads it 11-8. But the Knights go on to tie it up after one. Lewis Marin with a nice feed to a driving Julius Price, and St. Joseph caps off an 11-2 run at the start of the second in a big way. Kaboom! Tunde Yesufu with a big-time rip. It's 20-13 St. Joseph. Modesto Christian looking to close that gap. Rashad Cotton hits for three, but the Knights not pulling back. Marin to Darian Mensah, who hits a pocket three. It's 30-21 Knights with just seconds left in the half. BJ for three, and Modesto Christian goes into the half down by 6. Third quarter, Marin with the pickpocket, and it leads to a fast break. Yesufu slams it down, and St. Joseph begins to pull away. Jalen Brown with a great game to cap off his senior season, the and one bucket there. St. Joseph just too much to overcome in this NorCal championship. Julius Price, an incredible freshman for the Knights, earning 17 points. Tunde finishing with a double-double, of 5-star sophomore, and you can see why his shot is like butter. St. Joseph wins the Open Division NorCal title. It's the first in school history for St. Joseph.
Brian Mueller saying hello from way out west at Solano Community College Tuesday night as Vanden takes on San Joaquin Memorial in the D2 NorCal final. The Panthers putting up some points early on. Julius Olonruaju hits the three, and Memorial leads 16-10 late in the quarter. Second quarter now, Mike Davis Jr. and Amari Caraway play a little give and go. Davis Jr. finishes, and the Panthers are up 14. But the Vikings start chipping away. Justice Wilson able to get this to Tyler Thompson. The three ball brings Vanden within 6 near the end of the half. Third quarter now, Thompson doing a little dishing as well. What a find here to Edric Dennis, and now Vanden is down 4. Then Jaden Robinson finds Sterling McClanahan, and the Panther advantage is just 2. Vikings still on the comeback trail later in the quarter. Thompson with a step back jumper, and Vanden has climbed all the way back to tie it at 43. The Vikings are happy about the tie, but they say, why not take the lead? Wilson with the interception takes it down the court, and Vanden is up for the first time since very early in the first quarter. It would stay close throughout the fourth. Final 2 minutes, Olonruaju with another big basket to give Memorial a 55-54 lead. Then it's the sophomore again coming up clutch. The Panthers lead by 3 with a little over a minute to go. But there was no vexing the Vikings. Wilson wants the big shot, takes it and makes it. It's 57-all with 50 seconds left. That would be the score with 10 seconds to go. Olonruaju going for the win, but it's off the mark, and we're headed to overtime with a state championship berth on the line. In OT, Thompson with a strong drive to the basket. The Vikings lead by 2 with a little over 2 left. About a minute left now. Vanden looking for a stop. They get a miss, but 6'7" Davis Jr. grabs this board and ties it up at 61. Memorial would build up a 4-point lead on free throws. A little under 30 seconds left. Vanden trying to make it a one-possession game, but they can't hit, and a great season by the Vikings comes to a close. Memorial wins 67-61.
Ian Olsen here, bringing you Colfax and Carruthers. coming in undefeated in their leagues, battling for a place in the state final. Anissa Torres gets things started for the Blue Raiders. The senior point guard loses a defender, drives the baseline, and finishes a reverse off the glass. After rebounding a miss, Emmy Almeida gets up ahead and delivers a perfect pass over the top to Giselle Aguirre, who scoops in the score. Colfax responds by engineering effective offense. Jay Bittner catches Grace Clark cutting backdoor, and Clark drops a dime to Juliet James, who ties the game. Torres puts it on the deck to start the second quarter, using the screen and going hard to the hoop to finish off the glass and knot the game up. James showcased strong rebounding in the paint. The center battles for position and finishes a second chance hoop, two of her team high 16 points. Late in the half, Kara Higuchi attacks the paint, draws a defender, and drops a perfect bounce pass to Lupe Limes underneath for two. Gabriella Bittner snags the board and races in transition. The explosive ball handler finds a lane and dishes to Macy Hyman, who scores. The Carruthers offense found rhythm in the third quarter. Limas takes a feed from Almeida and sticks the mid-range jumper, part of a 10-2 Blue Raider run. With Colfax trailing by 5 entering the final quarter, Laurelyn Masig starts the quarter with a hot hand, burying the open three after James draws a double team. With 2.5 minutes to play, James draws another double and kicks to Bittner, who launches, and splash! The Falcons take their first lead of the second half. Leading by 3 with 21 seconds, Hyman rejects a jumper late in the shot clock. The Falcons win the loose ball and control possession for a crucial stop. With 10 seconds left, Morgan Trigueiro drives and floats in a runner off the window, 2 of her 25. But a pair of free throws from Masick extends the Colfax lead to 2 possessions, and Colfax survives to get the win, becoming NorCal champs and advancing to the state final. What a thriller!
Each week this season, Roseville Hyundai brings us the Players of the Week. These are players who had outstanding performances in games played last week. Our first Player of the Week is BJ Davis from Modesto Christian. We just saw BJ in the NorCal title game. Well, he was dominant in the Crusaders quarterfinal game on Saturday, scoring 21 points, including the game winner.
Our second Roseville Hyundai Player of the Week is St. Mary's freshman shooter Mia Jamias. Mia scored a career-high 21 points in the Rams' first-round NorCal win last week. She hit 7 threes as the Rams advanced all the way to the NorCal title game. Highlights from that game later on in the show. Mia Jamias and BJ Davis, this week's Roseville Hyundai Players of the Week.
SMUD is leading the nation in clean power, and each week SMUD teaches us how we can save energy.
Here's this week's Clean Power City Tip, powered by SMUD.
I'm Connor Barth from Wood Creek High School. Here's this week's Clean Power City Tip. Make a compost pile or a worm bin to reduce the impact of wasted food. SMUD is leading the nation in clean power. Learn more at cleanpowercity.org.
Coming up, our first SunPower Electric game, Ripon Christian plays for its 5th NorCal title.
Then we head to the Diamond as 2 of the top baseball teams square off, Franklin and Whitney. You're watching 49ers Sac-Hi Sports.
Summer's in full swing. Remember, SMUD's peak hours are 5 to 8 p.m. weekdays when electricity use is the highest. Shift some of your electricity usage to mid and off-peak hours when it costs less and renewable energy is plentiful. It's good for your bill, protects the environment, and helps our community too. Let's work together to save energy this summer. Learn more at smud.org/time of day.
Commitment, performance, pride. Roseville Hyundai is thrilled to be the feature sponsor of this week's Sac-Hi Players of the Week. We take great pride in recognizing each of your accomplishments as part of our continued effort to support the community. Come see the electrifying new lineup at Roseville Hyundai. From EVs and hybrids to our fuel cell vehicle, Hyundai Nexo. We've got you covered. Claim yours today.
Ripon Christian last won the NorCal Championship back in 2020, but were robbed of a shot at a state title due to the pandemic. So the Knights looking to get back there once again 3 years later.
Ripon Christian won the Division V Sac Joaquin section title and are hoping to add a NorCal and state title to their list of accolades. The Knights taking on Sierra in our first SunPower Electric game. Our Nick Pecoraro was there.
Electric game. Nick Pecoraro here at Ripon Christian, where the Knights are no stranger to prep-style March Madness. They are riding an 18-game winning streak into this NorCal final against a 30-win Sierra Chieftains team. Fresh off their 12th Sac-Joaquin Section Championship, the Knights look to add to their 4 NorCal titles. They are led by senior Eli Terpsma, who's averaged better than 21 points per game during these NorCal playoffs. The Central Section runner-up, Sierra, is led by 6'4" guard Logan Kilbert, who dropped 27 on Venture Academy on Saturday to boost the Chieftains into this regional final. Hey, tonight's winner plays for a state championship on Friday at Golden One Center. You're watching our SunPower Electric game. Shout out to the Ripon Christian faithful. It was by far the loudest gym I've been in all season. A good start for the Knights. Justin Hoffman slices through traffic to get a bucket, and now Hoffman dumping it inside to Jace Beetleman, who finds a flashing Trey Fasani, and Ripon Christian is up early. But here's that dude I was telling you about, Logan Kilbert, the first 3 of his game-high 15 on Tuesday, but here comes Eli Terpsma on the other end. The left-handed scoop gives RC an 11-10 lead after 1. To the second, the Chieftains come out firing from distance. Kilbert hits the bullseye for 3, and then point guard Nathan Kempen follows with 3 more, and suddenly Sierra is up 5. Timeout Ripon Christian. The Knights regroup, however, as Beetleman heaves it down court to Justin Hoffman for 2. And then just moments later, Hoffman finds Trey Fasani beyond the arc for the rainbow 3. Splish splash, but Ripon still down by 4 at the half. Third quarter, Terpsma's off the mark, but big Tice Vanderhook, 6'8", 240. He's just a walking box out, gets the putback, and then Ripon moves it around to Luke Crivello. A good time for his first bucket of the game, and the Knights shrink the gap to just 2 heading to the 4th. But Sierra gets a spark from Camden Watt. Corner 3 extends the Chieftain lead to 5. But here comes Jace Beetleman. Jace is on the case, throwing it down, but RC still has work to do, as Sierra seniors Kempen and Kilbert connect for 2 more, and Sierra's back on top by 6. Eli Terpsma trying to will his team back in it. He had 10 on Tuesday, but this drive from Ben Cleaver puts the finishing touches on for Sierra. A remarkable run for Ripon Christian, which finishes at 26-8. But it's the road-tested Sierra Chieftains playing for a state title on Friday.
Honestly, I feel like we play better on the road. I feel like we're a better team on the road because we like the atmosphere, we like shutting down the schools and stuff, so it's pretty fun. We got one more. Job's not finished.
In Ripon with our SunPower Electric game, Nick Pecoraro, 49ers Sac-Hi Sports.
Brian Mueller saying hello from Roseville Wednesday afternoon for an early season matchup between Franklin and Whitney, 2 of the best programs in the area. Wildcats threatening from the get-go with 2 on. Jason Harris hits a looper to left that drops. It's an RBI double for the freshman, part of a 2-run inning for Franklin. Nick Abraham on the hill for the Cats, and he responds with a shutdown inning. The Oregon baseball commit with the strikeout to end the first. It's 3-0 now, bottom 3. The other Wildcats trying to get something cooking. Jax Jimenez pulls this down the right field line, and that will roll for a while. Jax going all the way to third with a 1-out triple. Then Tyler Allen dumps this base hit to left to drive in Jimenez, and Whitney is on the board. It's 3-1. But the visiting Cats in business again in the 4th with runners on the corners. Noah Moe tops this down the line, and that gets through. Derek Pham scores to make it 4-1. Still 2 on for Franklin later in the inning. Jordan Lopez lines one to center. That plates 2, and Franklin has a 6-1 lead. Meanwhile, Abraham still cruising for the Cats. Another one of his 5 strikeouts. This one ends the 4th. Top 5, Mo up with another chance to do some damage, and he does. Rips a single to left. Dylan Minity scores to make it 7-1. Still in the 5th, Jaden Ramos keeping things moving. He singles through the right side. That plates Pham, and Franklin has an 8-1 lead. Abraham kept putting up the zeros on the board. He goes the distance, allows just a run on 6 hits and a walk, and Franklin wins the Battle of the Wildcats 8-1.
Stanford Medicine brings us great advice for athletes each week.
Here's Dr. Joseph Donnelly with this week's health tip.
Ankle sprains are seen in many sports, most commonly in hard court sports like basketball and volleyball. Typically, the athlete's foot is twisted inward. causing an injury to the ligaments on the outer aspect of the ankle. Symptoms include pain, swelling, bruising, and at times, the inability to bear weight. Appropriate treatment of ankle sprains initially includes ice, elevation, anti-inflammatory medication, and a period of immobilization, usually in a walking boot for about 10 to 14 days. Appropriate physical therapy rehabilitation is critical to prevent recurrent ankle sprains and chronic ankle instability.
Coming up, we'll introduce our North Section Players of the Year.
But first, take a look at our final Sac-Hi Section Top 10 Girls Basketball Poll presented by Tracy Toyota.
At Tracy Toyota, we're not just devoted to selling cars. We're committed to our community. We're donating $100,000 to help local organizations in Tracy. We call it Champions Thinking Heroes, like the Seeds of Life Center, who serves the local community. We're even donating $50 for every vehicle sold. Shop our great lineup of new Toyotas in person or at tracytoyota.com. Our certified used cars come with a 7-year, 100,000-mile warranty. Tracy Toyota, with you all the way.
Right now, my electrical bill is about $10 a month.
This is definitely one of the best investments we did in our house.
All over the country, people are taking control over their electric bills by going solar with SunPower. We offer the most efficient, durable panels on the market, so you can see a return on your investment every month.
I was paying $220 a month. Now I pay about $22 a month.
Right now, 49ers faithful get a $1,000 Visa reward card from SunPower. Go online today.
The St. Mary's Rams looking for a shot at a state title, but first they got to get through a very tough Oakland Tech team for the NorCal D1 title.
Yeah, and the OT Bulldogs featuring outstanding freshman Jai Johnson, who's the daughter of Josh Johnson, the 49ers quarterback, and a good friend of ours who went to Oakland Tech back in the day. The game played on Tuesday night at St. Mary's.
Tracy area sports coverage is presented by Tracy Toyota off Freeway 205 in Tracy, with you all the way.
St. Mary's, the top seed in Division I. They got that girl, Jordan Lee. There she is. Rams favorite right there. And then here's 49er quarterback Josh Johnson in attendance. His daughter, Gia, is a freshman at Oakland Tech. Out of the gate, St. Mary's was attacking the hoop. Mia Warner goes hard and gets the bucket, plus the foul, and then the rest on against the wall. Then Mia getting it to Jordan Lee, who swoops in for two. Rams up 7-2. At the end of the first quarter, Oakland Tech is able to cut into the St. Mary's lead as Aaron Sellers hits the jumper. Then Jordan with the ball, and she'll drive baseline and score the reverse layup. 17-10, Rams lead it. Loose balls picked up by Oakland Tech's Talia Logwood. She finishes it with the quickness. Bulldogs down 5. Here's Warren again doing what she knows best, taking it hard to the hoop and getting the contact for another three-point play. Oakland Tech would tie the game up at 27 as Mari Slamovich to Terry Russell, who steps into this long two for the Bulldogs. And then Jordan Lee, not only a great scorer, but a great shot blocker as well. Get that stuff out of here. Third quarter now. Oakland Tech creates some breathing room, but Jordan Lee drops in a long J to keep it within 7. Here comes Talia Logwood for OT into the teeth of the Rams defense for the score. But on the play, Jordan Lee answers right back with a layup in transition for the Rams. But Tech leads by 13. Another fast break layup by Logwood for Oakland Tech, and the Bulldogs lead by 8 after 3. It's the fourth quarter. Mia Jameis for St. Mary's joins the three-point party as she lets it fly for 3. It's a three-point game. Then Lee making it a 2-point game with this up and under. Lee on her way to a huge score night. The game is now all tied up, but not for long as Sellers for Oakland Tech drops in a long 3, and the Bulldogs lead once again. Lee's giving it all she's got, leaving it all on the floor as the Bulldogs did not have an answer for her, but it was just not enough. Sellers to Hunter, and that about does it for the girls from Oakland Tech as they move on to the Division I state finals, 81-72. Jordan Lee led all scores with 47 on the night, but it was the Bulldogs' night in the end.
It's time to introduce the 6 athletes who make up our Sac-Hi Section Players of the Year for the North region. There were so many worthy athletes from this past winter season.
There sure were. The decision was very difficult. Here are our North Section Winter Players of the Year.
It was no easy task, but we've narrowed it down to 6 of the most deserving basketball, soccer, and scholar athletes as our Winter Players of the Year from the North.
Andres Stojakovic, Jesuit High School.
Our North Player of the Year has a name that resonates deeply with Sacramento basketball fans. The son of Sacramento Kings great Peja Stojakovic, Andre Stojakovic made a name for himself at Jesuit.
He never forced me into the sport, but as soon as I did show interest, he immediately offered his help. Creating a name for myself has been part of the journey so far.
Andre led the Marauders to their first section final since 2014 and became just the third Sacramento area player chosen to play in the prestigious McDonald's All-American game.
My main goal is to get to the NBA. It's a lot easier to get dropped out of the league than it is to get in. You gotta work, get into it, and then hopefully one day just keep working and stay there.
Mary Carter, Antelope High School.
A 4-year varsity starter, Mary Carter began her basketball journey at a young age.
I started playing basketball basically when I was like 5 years old, but I kind of had been around the gym my whole life. My dad was a varsity coach, so I just kind of grew up in the gym, going to practices with him and just falling in love with just the team atmosphere and the game itself. So just being able to play from an early age has been, I think, a benefit for me, just being able to constantly be around the game.
With more than 1,500 career points and over 1,000 career rebounds, Mary was voted the CVC MVP in back-to-back seasons.
It's really awesome and very cool to be able to say that and just know like people in like Sac area really appreciate me and like my game and stuff, and that's really a confidence booster. So.
And she'll continue her basketball career at the next level at Cal Poly.
At Cal Poly, I found a really good environment with the coaches and the girls and just a staff that was really going to help me grow and become the best player that I could be. And also, just the school is a really awesome school for your degree and a great place to live.
Tamaria Rump, McClatchy High School.
We couldn't choose just one Girls Player of the Year, so our point guard, Tamaria Rump, is the epitome of heart over height.
For basketball, it's more than a game to me because it's kind of like, you know, being counted out and always like, oh, she's too small and she's too this. It was like more like I just want to prove everybody wrong. So I always had that chip on my shoulder, like, you know, you're special and you're going to get there, but I had to work so hard. So that's why I feel like it's more than just basketball to me. So that's kind of my story. And just height don't matter.
The section's only Division I player to post multiple triple-doubles, Tamaria prided herself on defense.
Defense wins games. You know, a lot of people might want to put the ball in the basket, but I feel like if you could play defense, the offensive game comes way more easier. Like I can't always, you know, depend on a good shooting game, or you never know, the defense might be onto your game, so that defense just lets me get that next level.
And the Metro League leader in assists, she was no stranger to dropping a highlight reel dime.
If it's a fast break of somebody in front of you, just throw it up. So if I see somebody, it's nobody in front of me, you might as well just add a little sauce to it. So I just hit them with a little nice bounce pass or something.
Kaya Diedrich, Colfax High School.
Our girls soccer player of the year has been busy this winter. Still just a sophomore, her 48 goals were tied for second most in the section as she led the Falcons to their second straight Sac Joaquin section crown.
It's been great. It's probably one of my favorite teams I've ever gotten to play for, and just like everyone gets along so well and we have like a great team dynamic. So it's been such a cool season, and to get so far with these people is so fun.
And although this is a soccer award, we have to mention Kaya's contributions on the basketball court. With a career-high 28 points, she helped Colfax win a section title less than a week after raising the banner on the soccer field. And she has the Falcons in the state title game as well.
I mean, just to win one section championship is so cool, and then to win another one, it didn't really feel real. Sometimes it would not be possible without like all my teammates always being willing to practice. Like basketball, we go in the morning sometimes, and they're totally flexible with my schedule, which makes it really easy to balance both.
Quinn Mahoney, Rio Americano.
Quinn Mahoney was one of just 4 players in the section's top 10 in both goals and assists, leading Rio Americano to back-to-back section titles.
We had a pretty special year last year, and we wanted to build on that and going back-to-back section champs. I don't think Rio has ever done before.
Aside from the accolades, it means a little something extra for Mahoney to wear the Rio Americano colors.
It means a lot to wear this green and My dad, both my sisters went to Rio. So growing up, I've always seen Rio, and I've always wanted to make a name for myself and make a name for Rio through our coaches, through our players. That gave me the ability to perform.
Mahoney will continue to perform at the next level, hoping to bring that championship pedigree to Cal Poly.
I feel like when you shoot for the stars, you land on the moon, and that's what I always told myself. I always shot for the biggest school you could get. I felt Cal Poly, I could do it there.
Luke Mason, Rio Americano.
We stay at Rio for our North Scholar Athlete of the Year, Luke Mason. The Capital Athletic League MVP for the 27-6 Raiders, 16 points per game, 40% on threes, and 85% from the free throw line. But the biggest number Luke was concerned with was a constant 4.0 GPA.
It means a lot. I'm not just focusing on basketball, I also focus on education and, my schoolwork as well. So to be able to handle both is it's a big deal for me.
And a big deal for his parents, who both happen to teach at Rio Americano.
My dad teaches government and psychology, and my mom teaches English. They're definitely proud of me and encouraging me to excel in both fields, but yeah, they're definitely proud of me. I was happy to make them proud.
So how does Luke balance sports and schoolwork?
Just a routine and staying disciplined. When I get home, to shower, eat dinner, and then go straight to work for homework and everything. But yeah, just staying on top of school as well as basketball and just managing my time.
All of the athletes were so great to interview, and I think we picked some good ones.
Absolutely. Coming up, the Mattress Firm Perfect Match. Bret Hart plays for the D5 state title.
But first, here is this week's Spirit Corner featuring the Marysville cheer team.
Trevor was born a champion. He knows how to make lemonade from lemons. He also knows that comfort is all year round. So sometimes, when you can't make lemonade, you make hot chocolate. Today, Trevor is proud to be a service champion. We're now offering a $58 2-for-1 special. You'll get a comprehensive AC tune-up and a free furnace safety inspection. High five service, champion attitude. Call 800-5-CHAMPS.
Swung on a drive to deep right field. Isan Diaz has won this game. Johnson near the track, on the track, leaps on, and Bryce Johnson. Right field just looking up. It's marked and it is gone. What a blast from Gonzalez.
49ers Sac-Hi Sports is brought to you by these fine companies who care about high school sports. By Stanford Medicine, #1 in Northern California for orthopedics, and by SunPower, a proud sponsor of the San Francisco 49ers.
Our Mattress Firm Perfect Match this week has the girls from Bret Hart playing for a Division V state title. The Bullfrogs making it all the way to the state title game after an 11-point win over Fall River in the NorCal Championship.
Each week, we scour the section for the perfect match on the court. Just like the Mattress Firm Company, we'll find you a mattress that is your perfect match. This week, Bret Hart looking for a state title in Division V. It's this week's Mattress Firm Perfect Match.
The Bret Hart Bullfrogs playing for it all. The Division V state championship Saturday morning at the Golden One Center. Taking on Marina. Aria Fox with the steal early in the first, and Fox finishes for 2. And after the 3-ball from Chase Silva, Bret Hart jumps out to a 10-0 lead. Marina gets its first shot from the field later in the first quarter. Riley Bradley, the floater, 15-8 Bret Hart after 1. Bradley grabs the rebound, drives, and kicks it out to Tiana Toe, and that's a 3 from near NBA distance. But Bret Hart continuing to pounce. Fox with a gorgeous feed to Maddie Kane, and that is the freshman's second 3 of the first half. Bullfrogs have the 12-point lead at the break. Caden Roleri down low to McKenna Tuthill. Then it's Fox inbounding it to a driving Roleri, and Caden gets that bucket to go. Bret Hart does not want to see this title slip away. Ashlyn Arias for 3, and Bret Hart leads it by 20. The Vikings' Riley Bradley would lead all scorers on the court with 23 after this final triple from her, but the Frogs' Aria Fox gets the MVP chant. The impossible shot beating the shot clock buzzer and earning a double-double with 22 points, 15 rebounds in the final game of her high school career. Bret Hart is your CIF Division V state champs, and we talked to an emotional Aria Fox after the game.
I've been playing basketball and sports with these girls since middle school. This is as far as we've gotten. Forever in my life, I'm going to remember this moment and this time, tell my children this, it's just going to be a good thing to have for my senior year especially.
What do you say we count down our top dunks of the year? We had some high-flying, great athletes doing fantastic stuff.
That is absolutely right. Here are our winter season's best dunks of the year.
Service Champions Heating and Air Conditioning is shining a spotlight on athletes who excel in their sport and give back to their schools.
In this week's Service Champion Student Spotlight, we feature Georgia DeRungs from Lincoln High School. Georgia is a 4-year cross-country and swim team member. She serves as a Zebra Link member for incoming freshmen, and she also is in leadership and co-editor of the yearbook. Great job, Georgia, in being a champion in service for your school. Coming up, you'll meet our Players of the Year for the South.
And later, it's the Colfax girls in the state championship game. You're watching 49ers Sac-Hi Sports. We introduced the players who made up the North Players of the Year. Now it's time to announce the 5 athletes taking home the South honors.
Here are the finest 5 from the South.
Presenting our South Players of the Year, a shot maker from Modesto, a couple of Lancers, plus a Buff and a Jag round out the best of the South.
BJ Davis, Modesto Christian.
We'll start out with our South Player of the Year, Modesto Christian's BJ Davis. The Crusaders' elite two-way player has made sure MC hasn't missed a beat coming off a state runner-up season. Davis averaged more than 18 points a game in leading the new-look Crusaders to a deep playoff run.
We could have folded, but, we stayed together and, we persevered through it all, and I'm really proud of these guys.
For the second year in a row, our South Player of the Year will be taking his game to San Diego State. That was Milesburg last year, and BJ will be following the Pipeline South where he's excited for some more sunshine in America's finest city.
The weather, like that's probably the coolest part. I'm a nature guy, so just, you know, the beach and things like that. And winning program, the coaches are good people, so I know they're gonna push me every day.
But before BJ packs his bags for college, he's thankful for this Player of the Year award to put a cap on an outstanding high school career.
You know, it's definitely an honor, and I'm blessed to be standing right here. So I just want to thank you guys and everybody that, you know, recognized my talents. And I did a lot to get here, so it's a good feeling.
Taylor Snare, East Union High School.
On the girls' side for our South Player of the Year, we have Taylor Snare. The senior was all over the place for the Lancers, not only averaging nearly 20 points a game, but also 4 assists and 4 steals, helping lead East Union to their 3rd straight Valley Oak League title, despite some lukewarm preseason predictions for the young team.
Everyone thought we were going to take 3rd in Beerwell. They didn't think we were going to win it all, and just to bring it home with a bunch of young athletes like themselves, it just means a lot. Just to, you know, prove everyone else wrong and, you know, bring it home.
There's no doubt Taylor is a proven winner. She went 81 and 18 in her career, but the 4.1 GPA student says she wants to be remembered as a great all-around person.
It really takes a lot of hard work, a lot of time in the gym, a lot of time on the track, a lot of time lifting weights. Like, it took a lot to get here, so just good in the classroom, good person overall, just all that.
Gio Perez, East Union.
Let's stay in East Union for our boys soccer player of the year. Gio Perez proved to be the most efficient goal getter in the area, finishing with 43 scores. At the time Gio's season ended, he was top 5 in the country.
At the beginning of the year, Coach Nick, he told me, I need at least 40 from you this year. I was like, 40 is crazy. So I'll probably get 30, but not 40. It felt good once I reached 40.
Gio and this East Union team's motivation came from a strong source. They were playing for their teammate, Irvin Mendiola, known as Chaka, who passed away from a heart attack last year.
The main motivation was Chaka, honestly. It brought us way closer than last year. Last year we were really close, but this year it was more, we were family.
Gio's only a junior, and while he says 50 goals might be a little ambitious, he wants the Lancers to take home a section title next year.
Cameron Silva, Manteca High.
Our girls soccer player of the year knows a little something about a 40-goal season as well. Cameron Silva put the ball in the net 44 times this year, helping Manteca to an 18-win season.
It definitely means a lot, especially to represent Manteca High. I'm trying to at least have the program grow, especially with girls soccer. I think we have a good program, and I just try to make it progress as time goes.
Cameron was responsible for plenty of victories as a Buffalo. Manteca went 70, 14, and 11 in her 4 years on varsity.
I definitely think my ability on the ball, I'm very fast with the ball. Obviously my size isn't a big thing, but I think what made up for it was my passing ability and even my skill, my IQ definitely helps.
As for Cameron's own progression, she'll be matriculating to Alabama next year to play soccer, leading to the ever-popular nickname Camabama. Silva says she felt a connection with the team from the start.
The recruiting process was definitely tough. I took my visit in Alabama back in April. The campus was just amazing. I liked the culture with the team. The coaches were super nice, and the supporting staff that was there at Alabama helped a lot, so that was definitely a big factor with it.
Mariante Chireles, Kimball High School.
We'll head back to the hardwood for our scholar athlete, Mari Torellis from Kimball. The sharpshooting senior led the Jags to a 24-win season, their most since the 17-18 year, including a 12-0 start.
Honestly, I was surprised myself at what we accomplished this year because we lost our 6-foot center, we lost our D1 soccer player, and everyone thought, oh, they're done. And honestly, I didn't think that, but I was like, we're gonna have to work a little bit harder this year. But the success that we produced this year was just amazing.
As you might have guessed from these highlights, Mari can shoot the ball, a skill she developed from watching the best.
My idol was Stephen Curry when I was little because I just loved shooting threes. So I kind of just mimicked his shot a little bit and then tweaked it to where I could have it to my own comfortable shot.
Mari averaged 4.5 steals a game, which is nearly her GPA. She sports a 4.3, hence the scholar in scholar athlete. She says balancing school and sports sports has never felt like work.
I just love doing it. I love school, honestly. I don't go to school and like, oh, I don't want to be here. No, I actually like it. And I also love playing basketball and playing sports because I like to be productive a lot, so it just comes a little bit naturally.
Each week we showcase a top recruit from the Sac-Joaquin section.
This week's top recruit is Tyler Thompson from Vanden. The 6'5" small forward has 2 Division I offers so far from Sac State and Portland State, but only a junior, the talented athlete is sure to turn some heads.
Coming up, our second SunPower Electric game, Colfax plays for the Division III state title.
And then we head to the court for Del Oro and Laguna Creek boys volleyball. You're watching 49ers Sac-Hi Sports.
Every day, the sun comes up. And right on cue, the work begins. We start every morning, knowing full well we are in it for the long haul. Our work is a labor of love. No task too small, no moment uncherished. And although we're not often thanked, we rest knowing that our work is making a brighter future. This is more than milk.
Tim never leaves his wife's side. But since junk sleep gave him a crick in his neck,
who's there?
He can't turn his head to see her. Now he's convinced she's left him.
Michelle?
Only our Love Your Mattress guarantee gets you the lowest price and 120 nights to sleep on it.
You came back.
Unjunk your sleep at Mattress Firm.
The Colfax girls come into the final game of the season with an incredible 34-2 record. Unbelievable. The Falcons winning a section title, NorCal title, and now just one victory away from winning it all.
Colfax heads back to the Golden One Center for the Division III title game, taking on Los Osos from Rancho Cucamonga on Friday night.
Electric game.
Robert and Aubrey, a state championship is a long time coming for Colfax. The last time the Lady Falcons got one, Sacramento wasn't even an NBA city. The year was 1984. The Kings came in 85, but it makes this run all the more special for Colfax as they ride a 22-game winning streak into our SunPower Electric game. Their opponent is Los Osos, who so far have made this state final run look easy, winning their 4 games by an average margin of 19 points. The Falcons are at their best when they're playing fast. Senior Macy Hyman leads Colfax in scoring with nearly 12 points a game, and she's also nabbing 3 steals. The Falcon faithful packing the stands for Colfax's first state title game since 1998. They've already set a school record with 34 wins. First quarter, Kaya Diedrichs put it on a show on the Kings court, gets the lay-in to go. Falcons trail 10-7. Later in the quarter, Colfax playing some great team basketball. Gabriella Bittner to little sis Jade to Hyman for 2. The Falcons down a couple. About a minute later, it's Bittner to Bittner. Gabriella to Jade plus the foul. It's 13-11. Second quarter now, Jade Bittner sneaks this one into Juliet James, who tosses it like a grenade into the net and one. Falcons trail by 3. Later in the second, Gabriella Bittner with a strong drive to the hoop. Grizzlies still up 25-21. To the third now, Jade Bittner hits from the top of the arc, and the Falcons are down 28-24. Colfax hanging in there throughout the third. Gabriella Bittner to James, back to a 4-point deficit. Final 30 seconds of the quarter. Hyman attacking the paint, flips this up and in. The Falcons would trail 41-33 after 3. But the Grizz would really turn it on in the fourth. Haley Estrada with a strong drive, and Los Osos has an 11-point lead with 5 minutes left. But the star of the show was a freshman. Remember the name Jacqueline Polk, putting on a dribbling clinic before she drives and scores, then again attacking the right side and scoops it in. She ties a D3 state title game record with 30 points, and Colfax's record-breaking season comes to an end, 65-48.
I just love this program. I love everyone here. This season was so special for me, like getting to play with these girls one last time. I have so much support from everyone around me. I realize how lucky I am to end my season here.
Reporting in Sacramento for the SunPower Electric game, Brian Mueller, 49ers Sac-Hi Sports.
Break out the cell phones and Loomis for some volleyball. Not for selfies, for the match between the Golden Eagles and Laguna Creek. In mid-rally we go. First set, Kane New for Laguna sets up to Anthony Doobie, who slams to the floor. Cardinals up 6. Look out for the high fives. They're so powerful. Dio hanging tough as Max Verkuta over to Joseph Garrett, and he fakes the set for the score. Laguna Creek takes the first set as Doobie to Aiden Wong. Back to Doobie, and his high tip goes to the ground for the winner, and the high fives. Oh, my goodness. In the second set, Del Oro jumps out in the early lead and does not look back. Matthew McCool with the winner just inside the corner line. Then on set point, Garrett sets up McCool one more time, who scores it on the opposite side for the winner, and we are all even at 1. In the third set, Del Oro in control early as Alex Kimes gets the back row kill, and the Golden Eagles lead by 4. On set point for Dio, the ball is right at the net, and Garrett is able to knock it over. Down 2-1, Laguna Creek storms back. Josh Lee sets it to Doobie, who drills the ball for the point. But again, I think he drilled Tyler Nin hand harder than the ball. On set point for Laguna, Wong over to Beck Shadeborn, and he's able to smash it through the defense for the score, 25-23. So we go to the 5th frame. Zach Winters gets the kill, and Dio leads by 2. Laguna's Doobie with the big block, and he's all pumped up. Look out for those fingers, boys! But Del Oro would get the last laugh as Joseph Garrett serves up an ace to end it, as Del Oro is able to outlast the Cardinals 3-2.
Each week we present the Scholar Athlete Award.
This week's Scholar Athlete Award goes to Sophia Minderman from Folsom. The Bulldogs' talented sophomore guard sports a very good 3.9 GPA.
Coming up, Valley Christian Academy travels to San Francisco for the Division 6 NorCal Championship.
Then it's Rockland and Placer on the volleyball court. You're watching 49ers Sac-Hi Sports.
Valley Christian Academy is the final team standing in Division 6. There is no D6 state title game, so the Lions going for it all in the Tuesday NorCal title game.
The Lions are the 2nd seed, traveling to the City by the Bay to take on San Francisco Waldorf in the NorCal title game. VCA won its first section title and now looks for its first NorCal title. The game played Tuesday night.
Chase Clary and his VCA Lions playing for it all. San Francisco Waldorf, the 1 seed in the D6 NorCals, and the Wolverines get off to a quick start. That's Miles McDonald going hard to the glass. Senior Chris Donker doing the same here, but he hits him with the up and under. Donker would finish the game with a double-double. But the Wolverines put up over 30 in the first quarter alone to Shield Hall, the king of the pull, up 3, 30-12 Waldorf. Then it's Hayes Appel getting the steal and making his way down the court. The senior finishing, and it is 32-17 Waldorf after 1. Clary in the second quarter nails the 3 from the top of the key, but Waldorf continues to put up some big points as Appel feeds Hall in the corner, and this Waldorf team is absolutely fired up. The Wolverines averaging over 64 points a game. They can shoot from distance, and watch McDonald thread the needle here. An incredible pass up the baseline to Appel, and watch him switch it up. This time Appel with a dime to McDonald to make it a 21-point game at the break. McDonald leading everyone on the court with a whopping 34 points. The junior stepping up big in this NorCal championship. Now VCA is known to put up some big numbers as well. Chase Clary with a great and 1 bucket here. He would finish the night with 21. So would fellow junior Ian Claspy. 4 threes on the night for Ian. VCA puts up 30 points in the fourth quarter, but Waldorf never taking its foot off the gas. Say hello to the 6'9" senior Hugo Rutherford. A one-hand flush there, then watch this and 1. Incredible, 110-84. The final in this one, I'll tell you, D6 hoops is a different breed. Waldorf wins its first NorCal title in school history, and Rutherford tells us what that means to his team.
It's really, really special, and we were grinding so hard, and we came out with everything we could possibly win. I mean, it's just it's all them. This is the best team I've ever been a part of.
Nick Pecoraro inside Earl Crabb Gym at Placer High as the 2-0 Hillmen take on the 3-0 Rockland Thunder. A back-and-forth first set as Jack Trickett puts it away for Placer, who kept it tied up at 17 all, but Wesley DeZorzi had 4 kills in the first. Rockland wins it 25-20. To the second, here's Trickett again, this time on D. I look like yes, and you look like no. And then Brian Trujillo on the attack. He gets a little assist from the Earl Crabb Mystique. A ceiling ball helps the point fall, but Rockland starts to find a groove now. Outside hitter Cole Rabe. If at first you don't succeed, try again. This starts a big run for the Thunder. And check out the effort from Reuben Walker, laying out. He deserves to get the point for that one. Everything going Rockland's way as Cale Irby closes the set. If I had hair like that, I could probably hit like him too. Thunder goes up 2-0. And they stay hot in the third as Christopher Gunter splits the back row. Rockland's up 11-6, but Placer is on a comeback trail. Dominic Laidlaw laying down the law. Placer forces extra points. Laidlaw's feeling himself, but so is Rockland's Matt Kennedy. Advantage Thunder. And here's match point. Cole Rabe gets it just inside the end line. Rabe had 8 kills in the match. It was storming outside Thursday night, and the Thunder walk away with a 3-0 sweep and improve to 4-0.
Remember, you can buy all of the game footage we shoot throughout the week. Go to 49ers Sac-Hi-Sports.com to order entire game videos.
Follow us on social media for more prep sports content. 49ers.Sac-Hi is our handle on Instagram and Twitter. And subscribe to our YouTube site where you can find all of the highlights aired on our show tonight.
Coming up, we will choose the Sacramento River Cats Play of the Week. This could be the Play of the Week. You'll just have to wait to find out.
But first, take a look at our final Sac Joaquin Section Top 10 basketball poll presented by Tracy Toyota.
The Sacramento River Cats join us as the sponsor of the Play of the Week. The AAA baseball organization will also be hosting our end of the season awards ceremony for all of our players of the year. So the athletes you met earlier in the show, they will all be given their awards at Sutter Health Park on May 28th.
Fantastic. We'll list off a few contenders and then announce the winner of the Sacramento River Cats Play of the Week.
Play of the Week.
We had a lot of exciting dunks in the show. Jace Beetleman throws it down in the NorCal Championship. Then it's Tunde Yesufu from St. Joseph with the one-hander and the stare down. Our first Play of the Week contender in the spring, Reuben Walker from Rockland, lays out and nabs the point. Watch it again. Nice play, Reuben. But the Play of the Week has to go to Cameron Rutherford from San Francisco Waldorf. The kid is 6'8" and he rocks the rim, gets the foul. Our final Play of the Week for the winter season.
That's the River Cats Play of the Week, and that is 49ers Sac-Hi Sports for this week. Thanks for watching. I am Aubrey Tolliver.
And I'm Robert Braunstein. Be sure to join us next week. We'll dive right into the spring season. Exciting highlights from baseball and softball next week. We'll see you then.